Jaeger and Dweck, 2012, suggest that resilience, as well as encouraging students to have a positive attitude when responding to challenges, is crucial for a student to be successful in school. My first core value and belief is ensuring all students have a positive attitude in everything that they do. Throughout my childhood, I was always taught to have confidence within myself in everything I did and every situation that I encountered. I was never allowed to use the term can't, instead told the quote by Anthony Robbins, "If you can't, you must, and if you must, then you can," and encouraged to get back up when I failed. Through this, it meant that I always had a growth mindset, an approach which I wish to implement in my classroom. There is nothing worse than having a feeling that you are unable to do something or you're a failure of a topic or a subject. It is important that students have a resilient mind so they can pick themselves up when falling and have the ability to keep trying, changing their perception when making mistakes. Gershon, 2016. This is because teachers are constantly modelling language and behaviour, which the students then reflect upon. So if a teacher was to have the mentality of not being bothered about what they are teaching, having a lack of enthusiasm for their students' learning, and using negative language such as can't, won't, and fail, the students will immediately pick up on this and begin to do the same. During my professional practice, I saw a change your mindset display, which consisted of various negative phrases commonly heard in the classroom, and then replacements for each negative phrase, i.e., "this is too hard," being replaced with "this might take some time and effort." So whenever a student used a negative phrase, their peers or their teachers would point to the display and as a class shout out, "Change your mindset." The students loved it and immediately left the child to feel motivated and as if they could overcome any challenge. This helped to develop this core value as it opened my eyes as to how much having a positive mindset can affect a student's thinking about their learning. The second core belief and value, which I wish to implement within my classroom, is that students should be encouraged to challenge themselves and be able to work alongside various others. When I first started my teacher training, I believed that having ability groups for each subject was the best way to group the class. It was easier for the teachers as they could split the work accordingly, and it meant the students were working with peers at the same level as them. However, through seminars and my time on placement allowed me to see that ability groups were not always as beneficial as they sounded. Mark 2016 mentioned that students would see ability as something that was fixed and hard to change. This, according to the Sutton Trust Report 2013, affects the attitudes of lower attending groups as their confidence might be compromised, leaving them to feel discouraged and disengaged. Therefore, one approach to support this core belief and value is through learning without limits. This approach encourages mixed ability groups, where Dudley and Osvath 2015 state that mixed ability grouping offers opportunities for social skills, having tolerance and collaboration to be developed. The stronger students help the weaker students, which in turn consolidates the learning for the stronger students. A strategy to implement the approach learning without limits, which I experienced and used during placement, is to allow the students to choose their own challenge levels when completing their work. This is beneficial as it means students can remain in mixed ability groups and independently complete their work, asking for help from peers whenever required. Hart et al. 2004 look at the key principles of learning without limits. The first is co-agency, where the teachers and students work together as well as ensuring a positive state of mind. The second principle is everyone, where teachers must ensure inclusion for everyone in all subjects. The final principle is trust, which makes sure that the teacher and students have a trusting relationship between one another. Without having trust, as well as the other principles, the students would not be able to choose their own challenge levels, as the teacher should trust that the students are capable of not trying to achieve too high or complete work which is too easy for them. The final core belief and value is encouraging talk within the classroom wherever possible. Before I began this degree, I thought that silent classrooms were the most productive way of ensuring progress. I used to think, surely if the students cannot talk to one another, they will complete more work. This is true, however, it restricts the exploratory talk, which according to Mercer 2000 allows talk to engage critically with each other's ideas as well as make reasoning visible. As a child, I was very shy and quiet. I never spoke up in class or answered questions unless I was forced to. So many of my ideas were never heard or built upon. Therefore, I believe implementing the core value and belief of encouraging talk in the classroom is essential. It is important that I ensure talk from every student every day and help them to learn how to talk together effectively. One strategy of instigating talk within the classroom that I experienced whilst on placement is the use of talk partners. students would discuss their thoughts and ideas with their talk partners before responding to the teacher. Not only would this allow them to develop and build upon each other's ideas, it meant that more had the confidence to speak out and say their answers, so it was not always the same students responding. Finally, Gillies 2016 researched the use of talk partners and found that as well as the academic and social benefits, the students actually enjoyed themselves talking to their partners about the work and hearing each other's responses.